Hey guys, do you believe that our brains are actually meant to stop us from achieving the goals? Yes, you heard that right. They are meant to stop us from achieving our goals. Do watch the video till the end to see how they are meant to stop us and how you can overcome them. Hello friends, to know how our brains are actually programmed, let me explain. I'll be taking two numbers and I will be doing a mathematical operation on the two numbers. In example number 1, let me take two numbers, that is 5 and 3. To the right of the screen you can see is 5 plus 3. So the moment you see the two numbers 5 plus 3, your brain automatically calculates the result, that is 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. Okay, it was not under your control, you did not tell your brain to calculate, but your brain automatically calculated the result and gave it to you. Okay, keep this aside. Now let's move to example number 2. In the example number 2, the two numbers to the right of the screen are 19 into 17. So the moment you see the two numbers, what you see is either your brain tells you that you can compute the result and to go ahead with it, or your brain tells, okay, this is very difficult, let us not do it. But in this moment, the brain actually gave you the control to decide whether you should go for it or not. Okay, now keep it aside. Let's move to example number 3. In the example number 3, let me take two numbers. To the right of the screen, you can see two numbers, 191 into 17. The moment you see these two numbers, the first thought that comes to your mind is that it is difficult to compute the result. And your brain also doesn't tell you to compute because it requires some effort. So friends, if you clearly see the three examples, in the example number 1, your brain did not give you any control. It automatically calculated the result for you even without your control. In example number 2, the brain actually did give you the option of whether you should compute the result or not. Whereas in the third scenario, your brain did not give you the control. It told you directly that you should not go for calculating it as it requires more effort. So friends, the key lies in the example number 2. In the example number 2, the brain actually gives you an indication that the target of calculation is achievable, that is 19 into 17 is achievable, but it's up to you whether you decide. So the few seconds are really important, friends. If you see closely, the brain actually gave you an option whether you should go ahead with the calculation or not. If within those few seconds, if we have not taken the decision of computing it, the brain would automatically assume that you do not want to do it, because the brain knew that it will require some effort, and so it will always choose the path of least resistance. So it will not allow you to take the control of again calculating it once you have missed those few important seconds. In example number 3, if you see, the target of calculating was very difficult and the brain itself assumed that it is very difficult for you to compute, so it never gave you an option to compute. It told you directly that you should not go for it because it requires more effort and the result might not be fruitful. So friends, in our lives, in taking our decision, it is really very important that we set our targets achievable, and we should see that the amount of effort that is required to achieve those targets are also achievable. If your targets are really too high, the brain will tell you automatically that these targets are unachievable and you should not go for them. And the other way around is, if your efforts are not up to the mark, then also the brain will tell you that is difficult to achieve and you will not be able to do it. So friends, if you closely observe, the amount of effort is dictated by the skill levels. So if your skills are really good, then the amount of effort required to achieve a specific target is really less. So our skills should always be upgraded to achieve a targets of high difficulty. Let's say if your targets are unachievable and your skill efforts are also less, then the brain will never give you an option, or it will never push you to go for those targets. So friends, it is really very important that you keep your skills upgraded by keeping the targets in the mind, and the targets should always be achievable. That is more crucial. If your targets are not within the achievable range, the brain will never give you an control of really going for it. It will directly tell you, do not go for the targets because it will take more efforts. So friends, if you have really liked the video, then please hit the like button, and please do comment your ideas on the video, and please do share among your friends, and do subscribe to the channel for such more additional videos. Thank you for watching.